What's up, folks? Derek here. Thoughts to reality. Hopefully, you are well. Hopefully, you're blessed. I'm out here in my patio. I'm actually about to go outside and finish the conclusion of the rest of this video here. Um, I know it's been a while since I put out a video versus earlier on in the days of Thoughts to Reality's channel. I've just been super busy, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that me putting videos out once a week or every 2 weeks may actually work a little bit better for me, so I don't feel overwhelmed and that I never feel like that I'm running out of content. So before I continue with this video, if you've never seen a video of mine before, do me a favor, watch it to the end. Okay, you can at least do me that right there. Watch it to the end. Give it a like, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe as well to the channel. So I'm actually gonna sit down because we gotta talk. We definitely gotta talk. All right, so I literally just got back in town yesterday around 2:30. I went out of town with my wife. We met up with some really good friends of ours in Texas. We went to an event there that was freaking amazing called DreamCon. If you know anything about DreamCon or cosplay, because we are into that, comment down below. Then if you were there, then let me know if you were there. If not, then just continue to watch the video here. But yeah, had an amazing time out there with that event, and just spending time together with one another because we don't really get a chance to see each other all the time. So this video is not about my friends. This video is not about the convention, but what it is about is how to do business properly and how to talk to your customers. Okay, so we got an Airbnb. Now, this is the second time that me and my wife and friends had invested in an Airbnb. The first time was last year, and it was fine. It was a nice 3-bedroom house. It was modest, clean, okay neighborhood. Just didn't have any problems out of it whatsoever. Good communication with the owner, the host. It was just nothing to complain about. This time around, there were going to be more people attending the trip, so we all decided to pitch in for a much larger house, which is exactly what we got. A 2-story, 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, which was absolutely gorgeous. It was beautiful on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Neighborhood was quiet and nice, didn't have any issues. This sounds pretty good, right? Like, it's like, what could you possibly have to say about this place? Like, all right, so check this out. We get to the house and we look around. There's absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever, as it appears. And we noticed that there were just a couple of things that, were a little out of place. Some of the TVs, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 of the 6 TVs that was in the house did not work properly. Like, the only TV that worked was the one in the living room, but every bedroom had a TV. It did not work. And the TV that was outside in the chilling area or whatever, it didn't work either. But it's okay. It's all right. That was one thing. And then we noticed that there was a lot of used items and stuff like coffee and just other condiments that maybe some people who were there beforehand left behind, and it was just there. So we pretty much went to the grocery store and bought all of our stuff. We didn't utilize anything that had already been opened. You just can't trust people these days. The coffee maker, there was 2 coffee makers. One of them was a Keurig, and didn't work properly, couldn't get it to work. So it really boiled down to things not necessarily working, but again, not something that's just like, okay, this place sucks. It wasn't like that. Although I did almost fall out of a chair. My bad, I saw a bee over here, so I don't do bees. But I did almost fall out of a chair that was broken. So yeah, that there's that there. But so we ended up staying for 3 nights, and we respected the house. We kept it clean. We cleaned after ourselves. We didn't junk it up. To be quite frank, we really weren't there that much because we were more so out and about in the town. But for the most part, we definitely respected the the Airbnb. Okay, we left it as it was when we got it, followed the directions, did everything possible. Now, here is where things start to shift. So it is time to leave a review on the Airbnb. Now, let's just, like any business, you got your 1 star reviews, you have your 5 star, and then everything in between. And it is completely up to the customer to determine what is, going to be what, because based on your experience and whatnot. So we basically took everything into consideration that was things that worked, things that didn't work, just the neighborhood, the house in itself, and we decided to give the house 4 stars. I had no idea that that was going to rattle up the hornet's nest with the host. Oh, see, I don't do bees. I don't do bees. We're going to change locations. All right, so I had no idea that 4 stars was going to rattle up the hornet's nest of the host. They wrote us back immediately, and they were like, you know, we're disappointed that it was 4 stars, and we felt like that we did everything we possibly could to give you a good experience, and all of this other stuff about how they got 5 star reviews, 45 5 star reviews, and whatever the case may be. And we basically told them the reason why we gave them 4 stars. And we actually told them, like, listen, the house was great. We really appreciate the space in itself, the beds, the rooms, everything was clean. But there were some cons. Like, I am not going to give 5 stars if I don't feel like it's 5 stars. Like, I felt like there was a little bit of entitlement there because they had gotten so many 5 stars over the course of years, and then for us to come in, have the audacity to give them 4 stars. So we told them, I'm like, okay, well, let's go down the list. We couldn't get any of the TVs but one to work. The coffee maker didn't work. The chair, one of your chairs were broken and I almost fell out of. I found a box of condoms in the drawer. There were things left behind from previous people, or I don't even know whether they lived there or not. I'm not sure. But this is how I am under the assumption of when it comes to you paying money for Airbnb, because we paid a lot of money to live here, that you will fully refurbish the place to where everything is clean, nothing has been opened. Like, I'm not going to have seconds after somebody who has been there previously to me. I'm just not. And they just, I don't know, they what really rubbed me the wrong way is that they said that our reasonings, or the notes that we left, which were private, our reasonings for giving them a 4 star, that they felt it did not, that it didn't deserve 4 stars, and that they should have just got 5 stars. And I'm like, well, first of all, you don't get to determine what the customer says. Save me the story about how this is the family business and how, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, well, it ain't my family business, number one. And number two, it's not like we gave you 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Now, if you already gave me 1 star, then yeah, I could understand you flipping out and being, not even flipping out, because the message that we received, we just feel like it was unprofessional and it was not necessary. If you got 4 stars, they're like, okay, this is why, move on. You don't have to write a whole 2-3 paragraphs as to why you felt like this should have been 5 stars and not 4 stars. Like, you don't get to determine that. And I'm gonna just, look, man, look, black people, y'all be doing the most. Y'all do the most. You do not get to, you got to control your emotions. You got to control how you talk, because just because of that little dialogue that we had, we probably would not utilize them again just because of that. Because you can't get upset because somebody leaves a review that you don't like. I have seen so many people leave nasty reviews on businesses, and the manager or the owner of that business will just respectfully respond to them, not trying to get them to change their mind, or not trying to belittle them, or or how they feel as to why they gave the review, because depending on how you respond to a review will determine whether that person ever comes back or not. Now, you may not care whether they come back or not, but that says a lot about your character. You got to learn how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, 4 stars really is not bad. That's good. That's good. Like, if I saw something that had 4 stars, I would give it a chance. Now, if I see something that has 1 or 2 stars, then yeah, I may have to look somewhere else. But yeah, I'm sharing this experience in this video with you all, because maybe you're an entrepreneur and maybe you rent out Airbnbs or something of the sort, or maybe you rent out property to people. Like, be respectful of the people that are giving you business. Like, we didn't have to choose you. We could have chose like somewhere else, but we decided to choose you. Okay, and respect the review that was left for the particular reasons. I felt like it was a little gaslighting, and I felt like, they were belittling our reasonings behind why we didn't give a 5-star review. Like, and if I had saw that before the actual review, I would have knocked it down to 3 stars, because again, you don't talk to people like that. My friends, because it was 7 of us, they saw it and they were like, wow, like, really? Like, why are they getting so like hostile about the review? So, but anyway, I really don't think it's gonna hurt their Airbnb. People are still gonna go over there and rent it out for a couple of days or a weekend or something of that nature. But I just know for me, I wouldn't do it again, because just because of that interaction in itself. But yeah, I'm just wanting to let people know out there, like, communicate properly. Don't take anything personally, because even though in their minds that they felt like they did everything possible to make the tenants stay amazing, you didn't do everything that you possibly could, because there were things that were out of place, and there were things that were not working, and there were things that were incorrect, and that response was incorrect as well. Maybe this will be a lesson to somebody out there to not take things personal. Even if you have like a 1-star review, like, just eat that and then go back to the drawing board and see how can you make things better. My wife has a crafting business to where she makes t-shirts and tumbler cups and keychains and some of everything. And for the most part, she has a very, very good review base, but there have been some times where she did get a 2-star review or a 1-star review, because something just might not have worked out for whatever reason, whether it had been with the shipping or something may have fallen apart in her earlier years of when she first started it. But she doesn't argue with them or go back. I'm not going to say that they argue with us, but she doesn't respond in a hostile way to try to justify somebody's rating being incorrect. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here, first of all, to make some content and to say hello to you all out there. Comment down below, have you ever had a weird experience with a business or with an Airbnb? Because to be quite frank, the next time that we do this, we're probably just gonna get a luxury hotel or something nice, because I really don't feel like dealing with people anymore. Just let me just give you my money, and then I'll just go to sleep and send housekeeping to clean up and all that stuff, instead of like this going back and forth with people. Like, I respect the Airbnb business, but I have heard stories about people having bad experiences with Airbnbs, and I can't say this was a bad experience, but because again, the house was very nice. I don't have anything to complain about whatsoever, and I just want people who are in this line of work to just stay on top of your stuff. Make sure stuff is working properly beforehand, like everything, like double check, triple check if you have to. Make sure everything is clean, TVs is working, beds is straight. Make sure that them bolts and those screws and those things that you were putting together are good. And just, test everything out before you just go, because it really just seemed like it was just really ran through quick. Because it was clean, I will give it that. They did take the time to keep everything clean, but my friends, they had their own things that they didn't like. They said one room was a little bit warmer than the others, and one bed was a little bit squeaky, and yeah, yeah. But all right, folks, love y'all. Thank you so much for your support. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Peace.